All right, let's give this a shot. This is another day of testing the settings. I actually stumbled up on my EQ, and without even knowing not even realizing it, I ended up reshaping my own voice the same way that EQ that I bought yesterday, Waves EQ. I ended up shaping my voice the same way that EQ shapes your voice, the exact same way. Low filter, high filter, and to give you more air, it adds, you know, it adds boost your voice, or to take stuff out, it'll take this shape and it'll decrease your voice. But that's all it does. But I figured that out today when I did my when I did my EQ and everything. Um, but I mean, it was definitely an enlightening experience. Um, it's real funny, how you just figure stuff out when you're really not trying to figure it out and everything. Today is Monday, and I have another interview with Amazon Wednesday. I'll go out there and we'll see how that ends up going, because I don't really I really don't know. um you don't really know with these Amazon jobs, at least from the Pontiac thing. I'm kind of sketchy, because I went to that interview, didn't hear anything back. I contacted them. Hey, I'm calling update about my interview. Am I hired? Am I not hired? Whatever, go get screwed, whatever, let me know something. So, and the lady even said, oh, well, let me check. And then nothing. Didn't hear anything back. And to me, uh, I honestly thought honestly thought that alone was extremely unprofessional. It's not like I'm begging you for a job. I'm just saying, hey, can you, if you don't mind, let me know. You know, I'm off the list. I'm still on the list. I can expect a call, or whatever. And that's all I was asking for. But you know, it's as you all know, it's that alone can sometimes be that alone can be sometimes too much for a company sometimes, because they're banking on the fact of, that it's a million more like me that's hanging on for a phone call. So then they have their pick of the people who would, who are going to be drivers or whatever. And it could have been age. It was me and this other guy. We were, the two older guys in the group. So it could have just been age. I don't know. But I am going to an interview Wednesday, and I'll check that out, and talk to them, and get that kind of straightened out as to what that's going to be all about. And look, we'll see. I'm hoping that it goes good. I'm hoping that it'll be the process will be a little bit quicker than the Pontiac process. But you never know. I'm not going to look too far into it, because it could end up being the same as Pontiac. So we'll just have to see. It's just just part of being in between jobs, and it's I don't know. It's not really a no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these type of people that say it's somebody else's fault that I'm not getting calls back and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that person. I am just making a statement on just making a statement on the process that I'm going through. that's it. It's something to talk about. That's a narrative, of my mindset uh, that I'm currently going through. So, why not? Why not make an episode about it? Um, you know, other than that, I'm just kind of uh spend my days going back and forth and getting my what do you call it? My sound. I spend my days getting my sound together and, just you know, trying to trying to do that pretty much. But hey, I just wanted to make an episode. I hope everybody's day is going the way you want it to go. Make out of it what you will, and just make adjustments. To to how you want to move forward. And uh, definitely stay away from negativity because you have a lot of that out there. So stay away from that because it's negativity is negativity is the growth killer. And it seems to be everywhere. Like people are just in such bad situations that now they're just they want to ruin other people's lives. Like they can sense that you're happy or moving forward, and then they inject their bullshit into your life. It's like, dude, it's not worth it. It's really not. But it's hard to tell these people that because everybody thinks that they're, Superman and invincible, and it's like, dude, it's it's hopefully you don't meet the person who shows you you're not Superman. I'm not wishing that on you, but it's kind of you keep pushing that envelope. It's you know somebody gonna open it. So that's all I'm saying. But I just wanted to get an episode out and just say a little something. And hey, have a good one.